What is going on, everyone? Who would have thought that I would be hosting On Track Tuesday? So, for those who are not aware, I'm actually the newest member of On Track Tuesday. I host every fifth Tuesday, so this is the fifth Tuesday of September. I haven't even really checked to see when the next fifth Tuesday is, but that really doesn't matter. Before we get started in the chat, I want to see who's all here and say hello to everyone. So let me start at the beginning, and I believe the first person that got all of the cookies would be Floyd Robbins. What is going on, Floyd? We've got Steven with the Wigwag Workshop in the house as well, so welcome, Steven. And I hope y'all can all hear me pretty well. Next up, we've got channel member Dwight Curley with the Curly Express. What is going on, Dwight? We've got Thomas Grassi here. We've got Chris from the Tennessee River Union. And we've got our very own birthday boy in the house, which would be John, Schuylkill River Valley. So happy birthday, John. And we've got channel member Joe Rader, Black Rock Central Railroad here as well. What is going on, Joe? And let's see, who else do we got? We've got Ken Amos Jr., the B&O 51 is here as well. And got a lot of people saying hello to a lot of people. I got a fellow On Track Tuesday member in the house, and that would be Steve Childers with the Retirement Railroad is here. We've got Nathan DeLay here. We've got Hot Dog Pilot Andy as well. We've got New Fenris Railroad. And let's see. We've got another On Track Tuesday member here as well. We've got Wilmer with the Indian Head Valley Railroad. And Wilmer's the one that's hosting next week, by the way. So, and then we've got channel member Derail Daryl, who has climbed out of the basement to entertain us all. What is going on, my buddy? And let's see, who else we got? We got Rusty Possum Bayou's in the house. And we got my mom. She says Dad's here too. So Kathy Wilson, hey, for Mom and Dad. And let's see. Making sure I don't miss anyone. And I'm already behind in the chat. How about that? We got Jeremiah Wingfield here. Welcome, Jeremiah. We've got Greg with Great Northern 70 here as well. We've got Sparky 107 calling me the lick and stick man. That is right. We got Mike, Rail Artist, here as well. We got Canadian Locomotive Logistics. Welcome. And let's see. Who have I missed anyone? Jim Tedesco is here. What's going on, Jim? And got to give a shout out to Chris, Tennessee River Union. Welcome aboard the Freak Train. That is right. Even though the name of the channel has changed, it's still the Freak Train. So welcome aboard, Chris. Much, much appreciated. We got Waycross Train Spotter in the house as well. Welcome. We got JD, Grandpa Rails. And we got Dwight showing off that he has been a member for 42 months. Wow, has it been that long? So, and I believe I am caught up in the chat. So hopefully y'all can all hear me pretty well. I apologize if my voice is a little raspy. So I've got plenty of water here to help keep that hydrated. Allergies have been kicking my rear end. It is that time of the year where the weather dips down and then it heats back up and it dips down and it heats back up. But we're here to talk trains, right? So, all right, thank you, John, for letting me know that the audio is fine. So, much appreciated. Sparky is not. Oh, yeah, Sparky's here. Don't let him say he's not here. He's here. And Nathan, no worries. I've had to skip one of my jobs because of my nose allergy, too. So, there you go. So, we still got people saying hi to people, and that's great. So, man, it has been a while since I have done a live stream for a group, let alone be a member. So, for those who don't know, before I get to that, Daryl, 29 months, well worth every penny. So, there you have it. So, for those who don't know, I used to be on the rotation with John Schuylkill River, Sidetrack Sunday, and my work schedule kind of changed, and it kind of forced me to make some changes where I wasn't able to live stream anymore on a regular basis. And Robert Flying Crow, who is not going to be here tonight, he did call me earlier, by the way, reached out to me and see if I would have been interested in joining On Track Tuesday. And I kind of told him I couldn't commit to every month. And he was like, well, hey, what about Fifth Tuesdays? And he said he was going to talk to the other guys. And they all, opened with welcome arms and, allowed me to join in. So, and I miss y'all too. John, man, where did that comment go? I just saw it. There it is. So, John, I miss y'all as well. Hey, we got Clintonville Model Railroad. Welcome. So that's for those who don't know me. But I used to go by the Train Freak, and I still go by the Train Freak, and that's never going to change. But I do go about Colonel Cottonbelt now. So when are we going to run trains? Well, when I get all the bench work and all the track work done, and then I'll be able to run some trains. And I can show you all a little bit of what's happening. So let's go ahead and hit the other camera. And I've got it zoomed in on the sawmill, and I know the camera is showing that signal it's flickering, but it really does not flicker. It's actually, the LED at the signal where that locomotive is, it does not flicker. Now, the one in the very far left building, let me pull this logo down and see if y'all can see a little bit more. I'm going to make a few minor changes. There we go. That way y'all can see just a little bit more of what I've got going on. All right, so the building in the back, it actually does have a flickering light, and that is because I wanted that to look like it needs to be replaced. But what we can do is let's see if we can hit the lights and let y'all see what the night shot looks like. I'm going to turn the light off above me too. And let me hit the light on the room. There we go. And this is what the night shot of the sawmill looks like. And you can actually see the guys sorting lumber late in the evening. And then we've got a car over here on the left side that's actually rail fanning for a nighttime shot. So I thought that would be pretty cool to do. So I did that. And it's kind of hard to tell, but there is a orange glow inside the TP burner to simulate that we have a fire. But when the layout lights are on, you can't really tell. All right, let's go back to here. So Scott's saying the NMRA I'm assuming convention is going in Chattanooga, Tennessee next year, and went to the NMRA in Orlando, Florida in 27. And from my understanding, if you're an N-scaler, especially that does modules, next year at Chattanooga, they are attempting the Guinness World Record of the largest N-scale modular layout. So if you want to be a part of that, that would be something pretty cool. Pretty cool to be a part of. Let's see, yeah, LEDs, they'll show a flicker, and that's no lie. And it has to do with the camera refresh rate, depending on the LED and what it's wired up to. Thank you, Nathan. And I see you got a sighting to do in the future. I think you mean a sighting. Yes, I do have a sighting, and so I can pull the camera down. So let's aim it down. So that siding that's got the boxcars on it, you can see I've got the building frames or the foundations of the buildings pulled out, just so that way I can kind of play some guesswork of what building is going to be there. But I still have a lot of scenery in the sawmill area to do. And my goal is to get everything from that little grass patch where the tracks, go separate directions, and which actually creates a balloon loop. From there all the way back through the sawmill, that is the required square footage that I need for my NMRA scenery certificate. And so I've just got a little bit left to do, a little bit of dirt work that's going to have to be done inside the within the main lines. And then what I'm going to do in front of the line where the passenger train is I'm going to put a whole bunch of yellow static grass and make it look like a wheat field that is ready to be harvested. So, all right. Other things that I have been working on. And so the layout's still kind of a mess. And you're not really going to be able to see it on camera per se, but I have been building bench work underneath. But a lot of the work that I have been doing has been back here, and I see I've got a train that's derailed. But I've got the yard in. A couple of tortoises are mounted in it. I didn't get my rail, but just a few days ago. So I still got a few more turnouts to build over there, and I'm hoping to get another camera put up so that way we can see that side a little better. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and flip it back to my ugly mug. All right, let's catch back up in the chat. I'm going to try my best not to be like my good friends Crooked Dave with the Crooked River and Eastern and Jim Tedesco, where they're behind the chat about 20 minutes. I'm going to try not to do that. I'm just picking on you guys. So Jim says he is eating ice cream, couldn't type. So hi to everyone in the chat. There you go. And hey, we got Trackside Mike in the house. So welcome, TSM. And let's see. So Clintonville says, once I designed the city of Rockford, Illinois in the 1920s at a Cotto Unitrack, it was 130 by 150 feet. It would have been great. 4 different railroads, all the sidings and everything was real. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, that poor caboose was rear. I think there was a pair of cabooses over there that got rear-ended pretty hard. Let's see here. Went right into an FT unit, if I'm not mistaken. I'm already behind. I didn't see your super chat. You sent me a super chat? Oh, you did send me a super chat. How about that? See, Dwight's making me having to go way back in the chat. So, dang, Dwight, I don't have my bell over here. So, let me know in the chat if you want me to grab the bell, and I will ring the bell just for you. But thank you so much for that super chat. That's awesome of you. All right, now I got to catch up where you had that comment. Okay, now I found that comment. ScaleTrains is sponsoring a double-head steam excursion, the Southern 4501 lead steam locomotive. That's pretty cool. So I'm assuming they're going to do that out of Chattanooga. And we got James, Dundas Junction Model Railroad in the house. What is going on, James? And I'm just going to kind of scroll through. It looks like a lot of people are just saying hi to a lot of other people. And that is great that y'all are doing that. That's what makes this community that much stronger. All right, Todd Armstrong, Trackside Action. What is going on? Welcome. Welcome to the stream. All right, so now I'm caught back up in the chat. How about that? So one of the other things I've been working on, and I have it right here, is I have been working on a barn. And I have completely scratch built all of this out of wood. So this is going towards my NMRA structures certificate. And I still got a lot to do on it. I had a preliminary judging just to see exactly what I would score on it. And I can explain that a little bit more. But I put a light weathering on it. So there you go. A little bit of weathering on the wood, especially the white wood. And I did put a loft in there. because I've got some stuff to go in that. I'm going to put some hay in it for sure. But just doing that much there, I ended up scoring 73 points. Now, for me to get NMRA merit, I needed 87.5, and there's a total of 125 eligible points. So for that being my first ever scratch built building, I'm not really complaining about the 73 points. It's a little disappointing I didn't hit the 87.5, but I got a lot of positive feedback on what I could do to get those points up. Especially since I didn't see how they judge, the buildings or anything like that forehand. Otherwise, I would have done a lot of other stuff. Colonel Cottonbelt, I love that MT4, I think, that Stained Daylight SP Tender, one over your shoulder. So he's talking about this one. That is a MT4. That is an Aether Genesis. So actually, I had one that was non-daylighted, and I ended up trading a freight version for the daylight one because the guy had 2 daylights, and he wanted my freight one. So ended up doing that. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then behind it is a Alco rotary snowplow that I've actually installed Tsunami 2 in it, which means I'll have to put Blue Nami in it eventually. But probably not anytime soon. Rusty says he needs to plan on going to Chattanooga. I've been to Chattanooga twice, and one of the coolest things that I did in Chattanooga was ride the Incline Railway, not once but twice. It is definitely worth doing. Let's see. Scott says it's normal to lose interest in trains, so not be excited as used to when I first started my channel, going out lots of videos, trains. Yeah. So Colonel Cottonbelt, the blue box card, does it have any names on it, or are my eyes screwed up? The blue box card. Talking about this one? Or are you talking about that one? So you'll have to specify. Because if it's this one, that one actually says Freak on it. Freak. Tim from They Make It Like That did that car for me a while back. Okay, so I'm assuming he's saying it's that one. So I'll bring it closer. Freak. There you go. And then on the back side, he did. Well, let's see if I can get the blur. Forever. So it's the number 4 EVA and then the word strong. So, and for those who don't know, this is John's favorite railroad. It's the UMP. Upper Marion and Plymouth. It's not on the track. I'll fix it later. Hey, Rayron has popped in here, and we got Bob from the PK&W Model Works in here as well. Welcome. So for those who don't know, this is kind of my display shelf, but I do have a staging track up here and a staging track there as well. So it's just kind of stuff that I've collected, displayed a while back. I think I saw a comment about one of my locomotives. Oh, it was Thomas. Hey, Jason, just started looking at the engine you sold me, the Arkansas Midland Railroad 700. Runs DC only. Do not see where the motor wires can go or truck wires. Thomas, if you get with me later, I've got the same one right there. I'll be glad to show that to you. Yes, Tim did a great job on that car. He did an amazing job. And yes, sir, the UMP. That's right. So John's favorite sport is baseball only because It's the ump. So if his trains were baseball, it would be ump. Okay. I know that joke kind of sucked. Daryl says, I'm getting older women dating sites at Jason on your live. Oh, that's funny. Oh, the U50. So the U50. Special story about that is, oh God, Gifts RS. I don't even want to know. I'm not even going to ask Andy. You can keep that one to yourself. So the story of the U50. That started off with, oh God, what is his name? My mind has gone blank. It's not Kyle, but he also has the logo of the Chessie. I haven't seen him in any of the live streams in probably a couple of years, but he got with Heath and Ray and John, all the STS guys and guys just in the community, and they pitched in together and bought me that locomotive, and he installed a Tsunami 2 in it and shipped it. And all I know is I was doing a Sidetrack Sunday live stream. I believe this was in 22, and it was either right before or right after my birthday. And Amanda walks in while I'm doing the live stream with a wrapped present that I think it was unicorns. And I opened the box up, and lo and behold, it was that U50. So that is the story on it. And I have ran that U50 on the Flying Crows layout, believe it or not. Stormy Sky Rail Productions. What is going on? I'm going to go back to your first one. It's Steve. All right, so we got Stormy Steve in the house. What is going on, Stormy Steve? Yes, so a lot of the engines I have up here are not ones that I purchased. Well, take that back. There is a lot that I have purchased. But there are some up here that are... The purchases are not like a purchase from a hobby shop or a purchase from eBay. They were acquisitions from either people within the community or special purchases from friends, more or less. But yeah, so that's kind of, like I said, this is just my display shelf. One of the coolest pieces I've got is... It's a little steamer. It's DC. Make sure I think this is a Mogul, if I'm not mistaken. But here you go. So this is it's a cotton belt. And the prototype, number 336, actually sits in the Arkansas Railroad Museum. Unfortunately, when they transported it, they cut it up in 3 sections, and then they didn't put it back together. So it's one that will never run again. But I found this at a train show, and he only wanted $40 for it. And so I jumped on it. The only thing that's not correct about this model versus the prototype, and I'm not going to complain, is the headlight is on the front of the boiler here, but the prototype is actually up above. And that's the only thing that's wrong with it. So, like I said, I'm not going to complain. But someone, they added like the coupler pins on the front and on the back. So someone actually did some extra work. Trying to get it to focus. It don't want to focus. So yeah, $40 for me, that's a steal. So, all right, let's see. Make sure I didn't miss anything in the chat. Looks like, hey, we got Randall Ellison in the house, and we got John Train BFGR is here as well. Real Artist is saying, sorry, been away for a bit. Dinner for wifey. Pizza with olives on her half. Go figure. Yeah, she can have the olives. So what half are you eating? Just cheese, meat? All right, Randall saying, sorry about the end of stream earlier. My phone decided to stroke out and stop working properly. So there you go. And if you want to catch Stormy Sky's special live stream, John has put it up in the chat for you. So go catch that after this stream is over with, that is. So black olives, I can do chopped or cut black olives, like sliced black olives if it's like on a supreme pizza, but like in very moderation. But I really don't prefer them. So, but yeah, that's pretty much what I have been working on. Like I said, I apologize. Allergies, my throat. Yeah, I'm sure y'all can probably hear it. Clintonville is saying, my new train is coming tomorrow. A second Broadway Limited Centipede A2 unit this time. Oh, that's pretty cool. So my railroad never had centipedes, but those are some pretty neat locomotives. Thank you very much. The special live stream will be this Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time or 6 p.m. Central. Black olives with blue cheese is the bomb. Chris, I don't know about you sometimes. I really don't. Hey, we got CP 368 Productions in the house. What is going on? You're probably like, whoa, Jason's live streaming? You were right about BLIs. Oh, I must have missed something about BLI. I've got one BLI locomotive, but I don't have it on the display shelf. I need to put it on it. I got to find a spot for it. But, you know, being a Cotton Belt SP guy, anytime you have, you know, you got to have some of the rare oddity locomotives. And if you're a UP guy, you're the same way because UP had some rare, odd locomotives as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the Be Right Back screen up. I'm going to go grab that locomotive. And I'm already seeing that some people are saying it in the chat. So I'm going to go grab it and I'll be right back. I'm back. It's good to be back. I did not realize how dusty this thing is. But it's pretty dusty. I've had it sitting on a different area of the layout, but here you go. This is the only Broadway Limited locomotive that I own. And it's a Paragon 2. And it does have the smoke unit. If you ever want to see that in action, I did a really, really nice tribute video to a fallen railroader in the community, and that would be Art from PDRR Engineer. I did a tribute video for him. I think that was maybe a couple years ago, and I had the Southern Pacific Owl, which is the cab forward with the Lark painted passenger cars. So there you go, the AC4, nice. That was my first BLI locomotive, and I do believe it. Yeah, it is the AC4. I do believe it is. BLI made some different AC models. I want to say they made the AC8 and the AC12 as well. Yeah, Wilmer, I miss Art too, man. Art, he was a huge supporter of my channel, especially from the get-going. And I still get his videos on my recommendations all the time, believe it or not. Him and Roy Smith, which is N-Scale. Union Pacific Evanston subdivision. I get his as well. So it is pretty cool to see that YouTube is still recommending their videos because they did have some good content. All right, so for those that are going to be up in the great state of Ohio, if you go to Deshler, you can meet TSM. Sparky, are you going to that one? I can't remember. But I know Crooked Dave's planning on being there, and probably some of the other guys are going to do a November Deshler, Ohio meetup. Crossroads of America. Y'all should go check that out. It's a little too far for me, because I'm in Central Arkansas. For those who don't know, I'm just a few miles out of Little Rock. But yeah, Deshler, that would take me all day just to get there. So Sparky saying work is crazy. So that's why Sparky will not be at Deshler, and that is totally understandable. Right now, I'm in a slow period, but I know I've got the busy period coming up at my job. So, yeah, Roy passed. Oh, God, that was last year, I think. I think it was towards the end of last year. So, hey, Papa John Trains is here. He is going to be at Deshler as well. So now there's another person you can go meet up with. Now Daryl is getting Albertson ads. So no more gifts for Daryl. And yeah, Raybo Bell is going to be doing Timonium. I believe that's next month. I don't know the exact day. That's even farther away for me. But Timonium, I know that's always a big hit. One of these years, I will try to get up that way. A little easier said than done. And Tim is saying that he's not going to be there. So I'm assuming he's not going to be at either Deshler nor Timonium. I figured Tim, you're fairly close to Timonium, right? I mean, I know you got to get through the state of Pennsylvania. All right, Microengineering concrete tie flex track seems to be out of stock everywhere. I need 150 feet, but will take less. Anyone know of a LH local hobby shop with the supply? Well, actually, I do know of one. Believe it or not. Well, actually, I don't have supply, but for those who don't know, Train Freak Hobbies, that's my company, is now a distributor with Microengineering and Capeller Lumber Company. Now, they didn't classify me for resale, but they are giving me a slight discount to where I can purchase the rail, purchase ties through Capeller, and I will soon start making turnouts, custom turnouts with Fast Tracks templates for sale. So there you go. JD is saying, Jack and I will probably stop by either going to or coming back from Timonium. Okay, get with me. Let me know in advance so that way I can plan it out because I definitely don't want to be out of town because I do have a busy schedule. So I don't want to be out of town when y'all plan on coming through when we can get that lined up. So definitely get with me, JD, when you get a chance. Hey, Chris, Model Train Aficionado is here. What is going on? Yeah, so I'm not a fan of concrete ties, but there are some areas of track here in Arkansas where Union Pacific has put concrete ties in, believe it or not. But it's not like out in the rural areas. It's actually one of the locations is in my hometown, Pine Bluff. They added a new track in to form an actual Y, and that new track has concrete ties on it. Not sure why they did that, but they did. I'm not a fan. I like the wood look. looks a lot better. But I know more high-speed rail is definitely going concrete. I'm glad we didn't have concrete ties to deal with when I worked on the CP. Yeah, there you go. Well, not wood rails, but wood ties. Oh, crap. We got Eric. I am ROCOM model trains in the house. Yes, the GE U50. You missed the whole story on that. So he's talking about... Oh, this is weird. He's talking about that one. The GE U50. It was GE's answer to EMD's DD40 that UP was doing. I am modeling the future and would like concrete ties on my mainline. There you go. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it at all. And looky there, Randall Ellison, he works on the Thayer sub, which is BNSF. They have mostly concrete ties. I mean, the thing about concrete ties, or for those that are on the other side of the pond, sleepers, they last a lot longer, but it's a lot more expensive up front. So it's kind of one of those, and it's that cost to expense ratio bullcrap. Because, I mean, if you're not running a lot of trains on that line, or, you probably don't need it. You'd be cheaper off with the wood ties. But if it's, you're running a lot of trains, especially heavy, you probably be better off going concrete. So we had to deal with some steel ties, and they sure stunk. CP ended up getting rid of them after the surface would not hold. So I would assume that had to do with weld joints. So, and Eric is saying hello to the hellos. So, yeah. So I do, like I said, I've got the U50. I've got two AC or -9s. These are AC 44 or C44-9Ws. I've got one here. The other one up here that's pulling Joe Rader's boxcar. Like I said, this one came from oh shoot. Derail Darrell's buddy. My mind's gone blank. I know he signed it. I'm gonna pull it down. No, he did not sign it. He signed it Tony B, but he's out in, I believe, is it Bakersfield or Barstow, Darrell? If you're still in here, maybe you can do that one. Tim from They Make It Like That. This is from Split Rock. And then this one came from Chris Mitchell. So the UP locomotive, yeah, it's just knocked off the track. So this is actually a heritage unit that's no longer a heritage unit. So there you go. Because the UP 2010 no longer has BSA on that. And for those who don't know, me and my son, we actually are members of the Boy Scouts of America, or now they call it Scouting America. I'm not even going to worry about trying to put that one up there. But that one's got Tsunami 2 in it. That one I got from a local friend. But yep, that's the one that blew a tire. So as the Florida East Coast demonstrates, concrete ties are better in climates that deteriorate wood ties more quickly, and I model the Gulf Coast. Well, there you go. So that would be a good reason. Randall is saying we run a lot of very heavy trains on the Thayer, so we need something that'll hold up the main line. And let's see. Yep, Weathering with AJ. That's it. Bakersfield. There you go. So, yeah, AJ did this car for me. And he did a damn good job on it, too. I don't know why he did Tony B. on the bottom, but it's got Snail on this side, and then Jason the Train Freak on that side. And I love how he did the scratches from the door rub. And, the roof is really weathered as well. Yeah, AJ does a real good job. So Tim does too. Both Tim and AJ do excellent work. So one of the things, like when I was live streaming, this was something that I've always wanted, was like a display of some type. And yes, I even have the SP fuel tanker there too. So that's actually a hard find. All right, so New Fenris is saying, I will be at Games Workshop, stated a new scale that is close to N scale, 1/160th. But isn't N scale 1/160th? Mike says, I drove through Bakersfield a few times. The farthest west I have been driving-wise would be the Four Corners National Monument. But the farthest west I've ever been is Salt Lake City. So, Bob, where are you? I live literally 100 feet from the FEC main in Palm Bay. All right, Derailed. Daryl's got to help Mom with bingo, which I knew that up on the front end because I talked to Daryl the other day. So, Daryl, you have a good one, my friend, and I will holler at you next time. Thanks for popping in. So, Eric is saying, so no one likes silk ties. Concrete ties seem a little heave for a nice tux. Yeah, no silk ties. I think the silk would be a little too soft. It'd be shiny, though, but a little soft. I don't know. With all the cobwebs that I've got on the layout, I'm sure I could have enough of it, though. So Bob is in Pittsburgh, but he has lived and loved the Gulf Coast. So where on the Gulf Coast did you live? I'm just curious. Because I have been to several of the Gulf towns. Well, not in Texas, but I've been Alabama, Mississippi, and parts of the Gulf from Florida. So... Rail Artist says, I'm modeling the Ohio River Northern Railroad. Fictitious. Hey, that's great. That's a fictitious railroad. So is that one. There is nothing wrong with a fictitious railroad. From Marietta, Ohio to Zanesville, Ohio, with a branch from Parkersburg, West Virginia via the B&O. That's pretty dang cool. 44 out of 32. All right, where are these 12 slackers at? We got 12 people that ain't thumbed it up. Come on. Y'all stop slacking. And Tim says, I got to vacuum spider webs off my layout. I do all the time. I will tell you, I use two things, and I'm not going to grab them. But I've got a 2-inch paintbrush that I do not use for painting at all. And that's typically what I use to dust my boxcars, locomotives, and stuff. And it's a soft one, so it's not like a hard bristle, but a soft one. And it doesn't, break your detail parts like trying to use anything else. And then as far as the layout goes, I actually use a Swiffer duster, but I don't wipe. I just kind of pat, especially like where there's static grass and whatnot. So they talked about using recycled plastic railroad ties on parts of the CP, but that never came to be. Oh yeah, cobwebs are a nightmare on the layout, and the only way to see them all is the camera cab ride. And eventually I will get to that one of these days if I ever build the bottom level. I've got a lot of bench work built. I just don't have... I just haven't started on the track. I'll put it that way. Let's see here. Tim says went 4 months without even going up there other than to film a couple of videos. Thomas says when I lived in Key West, I was on the Gulf side of Key West, so I can say I lived along the Gulf Coast as well. There you go. Key West is definitely an area I want to go to, but I have never been. Farthest south I've been would be Miami. I lived in the Tampa Bay area, also loved Galveston, lived in Houston, great port city. So Tampa Bay area, that's Steve Childers' stomping grounds. He was over in Tampa Bay for a while. And let's see. Eric drove coast to coast from Pax River, Maryland to LA, and then from LA to Hawaii for the Duster. I lived 3 years in Hawaii. My Plymouth Duster has seen some miles. If it has went from Hawaii to LA, which I know it would be on a boat, yeah, I would definitely say it'd be that's some miles for sure. And then I like to use makeup brush puff thing for dusting my stuff, as well as a 1/2 inch round soft paint brush. And of course, Eric's in scale, so that would make more sense. A 2-inch brush would be a little overpowering something in scale. So yeah, definitely a 1/2 inch there for sure. And Raymond Anthony just got here. Hey, welcome. I'm going to be here for about another 10 more minutes. So one of the things that I did order a wireless lapel mic. So I am hoping that we can do some op sessions in the future. So it just hasn't came in yet. So that's just kind of letting you know what to look forward to when I go. And Eric cannot type or spell. He failed high school. Well, my high school failed me. I'll put it that way. Soft brush toothbrush is real good for HO scale duster. Like I said, I just use a paintbrush. And Raymond is saying hi to everyone who said hi to him. So there you go. Man, this is much easier staying caught up in the chat. Like, Jim, Dave, need to take some lessons. Oh, I love picking on those two guys. So for those who don't know, let's see who all goes. Who's hosting tomorrow night? I know Heath goes on at, is it 9 o'clock or is it 8 o'clock? I believe it's 9 o'clock Eastern. And then Thomas, who's hosting tomorrow? Is it you or is it someone else or no one? Crew Cab Wednesday. Who's hosting that? And Rusty's got a college degree and he can't spell. No, that would be me as well. Hey, Closet Branch, what is going on? All right, Sparky is saying mini print. So Bernard is going live tomorrow at 7. So there you go. So it'd be mini prints, and then Heath should be going live after that. And Ray Ron is saying tomorrow everyone is streaming. No, not everyone, because I'm not streaming tomorrow. So, oh, Jim, you need Dave here to defend himself. Oh man, that is true, Jim. I will agree with you. You don't get as behind as Dave does. And Sparky says he can spell perfectly, he just can't type. And, so there you go. Thomas is the Cab Crew Wednesday host every week now. So Thomas has now pulled a Sparky. Because Sparky used to be every Wednesday. And, Sparky, are you going to go live again anytime soon? I will tell you, ever since my work schedule changed, I have been very, very out of touch in the evenings. So, but one of the reasons why I did On Track Tuesday is because it's an hour ahead of everybody else. So, Oh, James is saying Jim's never behind in the chat. Oh, come on, James. Stop buttering Jim up. There's been a few times I've been in there. He's been 5 minutes behind. And, of course, we got people that's going to go live on Thursday. You got Crooked Dave will be going live Thursday morning for his Thursday morning brew. And Sparky says he's not going to do live anytime soon at pop-up thing. And, hey, that's cool. Nothing wrong with doing a pop-up thing. And Vinny does the cars now, model cars. So he's not doing much with the model trains anymore. I want to say there's someone that goes live on Fridays. But yeah, like I said, I'm totally out of touch on a lot of it. James, so you got Trackside Mike and James is live on Monday nights. So you got those guys there. And like I said, Wilmer's going to be hosting On Track Tuesday next Tuesday. So because tomorrow is the first day of October. Let's see, Friday you've also got Steve Childers. He hosts on Friday mornings. And I join him along with Lynn McCurdy and C and EI John. So if you're not busy on Friday mornings, he typically goes live at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Feel free to hop in there and check Steve out. And then that afternoon, you got Opa Dodge. Anthony, the model train outsider. He is that afternoon. So Fridays is mostly open. Okay. I think it's JJ that goes live on Fridays, or he does a premiere. I believe it's JJ. Could be wrong. And then you got Back on Track. There we go. Johnny Reller, BNC Shortline, used to do Friday evening, so he's not doing it no more. I haven't seen him in a few weeks. So it's not JJ, it's Johnny Reller. I got one of the J's right. I remember it started with the J. And Scott Rails is live on Friday as well. So Friday nights. There you go. So Scott Rails. JJ is Saturday. Okay. So JJ's probably Saturday afternoon because I know Back on Track is in that morning. So if John Schuylkill is here, I don't know if you still have a list of all of the live streams. If you have an updated list, if you do, please send that my way, and I will put that on the screen so that way everyone knows. And Boxcar Jerry, he's live every day. So every single day, Jerry is live. And I go to a lot of his live streams because it's like towards the end of my work day. And Railroad Fenris namesake, the home world, laugh out loud. I just caught that. I play IG. Oh, okay. Oh, Bill's saying I'm more of a modeler than playing a game, and the main layout is Fenris, the home world of the Space Wolves. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's the downside, John. I mean, it changed a lot. And then Dwight, he goes live on Sundays before the Sidetrack Sunday crew. And Eric says that his wife owns him from Friday at 3:30 p.m. to Sunday at 11. So you're not going to see Eric at all on the weekends. So there you go. All right. Well, guys, it's 5 minutes till. And Jim says that's why I stopped keeping a list too. Well, there you go. Well, it's 5 minutes till. So this is going to be the area or the part of the live stream that I'm going to let y'all shout yourselves out. Put your subscriber count. If you got anything going on, upcoming videos, whatnot, go ahead, put it in the chat So that way everybody in here can check everyone out and see what's going on. Sam's Train sometimes does live streams, but early in the morning, our time. Okay. And Sparky says, have a great night, everyone. Thanks, Train Freak, for the hangout. You're absolutely welcome, Sparky. I appreciate you hanging out with me. I appreciate all of y'all hanging out with me. Just make sure that y'all do me a favor and smash that thumbs up button. Smash that like button. So it really, really helps the channel out. And if you're not subscribed, you might ought to do that. I know I've got some stuff coming out here pretty soon. Raymond Anthony, he's got 150 subs. Come on, y'all. We got to get him up. Is there 2 people in the chat not subscribed to Jim Tedesco? 2 people. Come on. There's got to be at least 2 of y'all in here. Go hit up Jim. He goes live every Thursday. He's got some good stuff. Jim does a lot of 3D printing too. And I still have a 3D print that I got to put together that came from Jim. That's going to be for the sawmill. I just haven't done it yet. So JD's 1.1 thousand subs. We got Mike. I appreciate you being here so that way we can hang out for a while. Well, like I said, I appreciate all of y'all hanging out with me. And Eric's going to go make some Chinese food for the kids. So I'm assuming that's probably going to be some fried rice involved in that. James has got 1.11 thousand subscribers. So there you go. That's awesome, James. If we can be a little more kinder to each other than we are now, then all of us together can make the world a much happier place. I cannot agree with that no more or no less than 100%. That is 100% spot on. So definitely be kind out there. If you ain't got something nice to say, just don't say it at all. And let's see. Bill says we do a Sunday morning hobby hangout at 12 Eastern on Dragon Lovers. So that's Connie. But we'll be off till December. So they're not going to be back till December. So maybe one of the mornings I might be able to hop on there with y'all or something. If it's something, weekend I ain't got nothing going on. Bob's at 1.543 thousand subs. Thomas is at 547. Floyd's at 103. So congrats, Floyd, for hitting your 100 milestone. Stormy Skies at 4.55 thousand. That's awesome. And Closet Brent says, I have absolutely nothing to promote. Well, promote going to people's live streams. You could promote that, right? And Wilmer, thank you for the first On Track Tuesday. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of that. And God bless to you too, my friend. All right. Well, y'all, it is that time. I'm going to hit up a few more of these. We got Tim with 428. He lost 2 with the last couple of videos. It happens. Dude, I lose. Mine goes up and down, up and down, up and down. It happens. You're going to lose a few, and it seems like the bigger you get, the more you end up losing. And Bill's going to do the Carolina Renaissance Fair starting this weekend. I know Arkansas's starts this weekend as well, but I'm going to be busy working. Randall's at 951, so we need another 49 people to get Randall over the 1,000 mark. Papa John's is at 680. Oh, Dwight, you jokester. There you go, Closet Branch. Dwight says you can promote your clean underwear. There you go. And this was Wilmer's idea. Yeah, well, I don't know if it was Wilmer's idea, but Wilmer is the one. Wilmer and Robert both were the ones that gave me the actual invitation to take up the fifth Tuesday. That way they don't have to scrounge and try to find a fifth person, 4 times a year, or, figure out what they're going to do. But it also allows me to be a fill-in too. Great stream. Look forward to seeing you on here again. I will be on here again. I do not remember which month, is the next one with the fifth Tuesday. So, but other than that, Bernard, you're coming in at the very last second. So, hi, Bernard, and bye, Bernard. But other than that, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to hop off of here. I'm just going to say, y'all be safe out there. Go check out everyone's channel. Support everyone. Be kind to everyone. And take it easy and happy railroading. We'll see y'all next time on Track Tuesday. Take care.